Hi everyone, this is Marcus with DTF Station, and in this video, we will learn how to adjust the wiper blade and capping station height using the Hosensoft adjustment program for your prestige line of printers. If you already know that you need to adjust the height of the wiper blade and capping station, skip on ahead. Right now, we will do a few troubleshooting checks if you are continually getting a bad nozzle check pattern even after multiple head cleanings. These checks should be done first before adjusting the height of the wiper blade and capping station. First, head over to the ink bottles and check that the caps are partially loosened. An easy way to do this is to fully tighten, then reopen a quarter of a turn to allow some additional airflow into the containers. Next, check if you see any bubbles inside the ink tubes by opening up the printhead carriage cover. Next, perform a damper test to make sure all the dampers are good. Follow these steps in order to check the status of your damper. If any of these are true, you will need to replace the damper. First, perform 2 head cleanings. Once complete, check to see if the damper is still empty, which signals that the ink is not refilling properly. Next, insert the syringe into the damper and start to pull. Check if you see any bubbles are forming inside the damper, or if you see bubbles getting pulled into your syringe instead of ink. Another thing to check is if the damper is dripping ink without the syringe being attached. Lastly, when you pull ink with your syringe from the damper, check if once you let go, if the damper sucks the ink back into the damper from the syringe. If you have a bad damper, make sure to check out our damper replacement video. Otherwise, continue to the next step. Then head over to the waste ink container and make sure that waste ink tube is not touching any of the waste ink. Lastly, check if there is any damage to the wiper blade itself. If all those check out, let's check to see if the wiper blade and capping station both make solid contact with the printhead. You can check this by opening the right side cover, keeping an eye here, then clicking cleaning to perform a head cleaning. As you can see, the wiper blade is not making solid contact with the printhead. Let's adjust the height of the wiper blade and capping station. Head into Hosensoft, go to Advanced at the top. Click Factory on the left, then, for the password, type in 6 ones. Then, click Confirm. In this new window, go to the Ink Stack tab at the bottom. Different terminology is used within the software. The wetting the ink stack height and the pump the ink stack height both refer to the capping station height. We are going to test a different number here. Our objective is to figure out what the highest point that we can move the capping station to before creating too much pressure and in turn, lifting up the printhead carriage. If you apply enough pressure to lift up the printhead carriage, you can damage the printhead itself and wear out the motor as well. For our initial test, we will increase the wetting the ink stack height by 1000 units, then click Confirm. Once you click Confirm, you will see the capping station go up then down. It did not push the carriage up, so we are going to go a little higher. The carriage still does not move, so we will go even higher. Again, the carriage did not move, so we will go even higher. As you can see, at 28,500 units, it is creating too much pressure where the printhead carriage is now being pushed upwards. After additional testing, we've decided that 25,000 is a sweet spot. Look closely here. The capping station cap top has 2 parts, an inner part and an outer part. We want the inner cap to be engaged, but not too much where there's no more room to move. Once confident with the current settings, copy it over to the pump the ink stack height section. Now, let's adjust the wiper blade. Use the left arrow key to move the printhead carriage slightly to the left, as to position the wiper blade right next to the printhead. In the software, SCARP the ink stack height is referring to the wiper blade height. Click Confirm, and the wiper blade will move up then down. As you can see, with the current setting, the wiper blade is not making contact with the head plate. Our objective is for the wiper blade to make contact with the head plate, but we do not want the wiper blade to bend. Let's go back to the software and incrementally increase the units. Every time you do this, make sure to click Confirm and examine the status of the wiper blade. As you can see, 12,000 is no good. You can see here where the wiper blade is bending. we have to lower the units. Make smaller adjustments at this point to find just the right height. Once you've found a setting that you're happy with, in this window, go to File and click Save to save your new settings. Click OK. Next, click Clean to perform a head cleaning. Based on what we're seeing now, we could have raised the wiper blade height by 500 units. Next, perform a nozzle check. If everything was done correctly, you should be getting a good nozzle check pattern. At this time, you want to save the firmware. Head back to the software, click Firmware Export, Firmware Configuration. Select the location for your file to be saved. Name your firmware. Then click Save. Click OK. Now go back to Firmware, click Export the firmware configuration parameter. Same thing here, select the location, apply a name for the file, then click Save. Click OK. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.